And as Democrats grow increasingly concerned over President Biden's age and his ability to campaign, House Republicans are raising alarms over reports first son Hunter Biden has been sitting in on the president's meetings with his team at the White House. California Congressman Darrell Issa is a Republican on the Judiciary Committee and the Foreign Affairs Committee. He joins me now. Oh, wow, I love it. I love everybody bringing their American pride through their wardrobe today. I have to say, you win. You just beat Joe Concha. Oh, my gosh, I love it. Thank you so much, and happy 4th to you. All right, let's just talk about Hunter Biden, because this is not just any president's son, okay? His dealings with his dad is obviously an infuriating topic for the GOP, with the impeachment inquiry, of course, accusing Hunter of enriching himself via foreign business dealings by using his father's political stature, and, of course, the fact that Hunter is a convicted criminal. So how concerned are you about Hunter Biden attending meetings in the White House?
Well, Hunter Biden is a security risk, so it's pretty important that he not be in certain meetings. He also is the business partner to the family, and he and his uncle James have profited, as you said, a great deal from President Biden as senator, as vice president, and now as president. So he certainly is conflicted on his father leaving office and leaving behind his ability to raise money around the world. But I think the story that is most important is who is making decisions for the president. As the president got led off stage by his wife, what we saw was a frail individual who was being led by his wife, not the president of the United States, not somebody who, if Iran or China moves or Russia, is prepared to react. So I'm with many of those Republicans and Democrats saying that we've got to put America first. We've got to question whether in the next 7 months this man can lead the free world, can be safe for America. And yes, for Democrats, I think they're making a pragmatic decision that they want to win the election. I believe President Trump will come back, win the election. I think he's earned it. I think he's dispelled all those false claims. But I think the most important thing is this next 7 months. And I'm just going to give you a little fact that most people ignored. The Chinese have built up 48 million barrels of excess reserves in their strategic reserve at a time when the price is very high. The only good reason to do that is they're preparing for war. I think we have to be prepared to have a president to answer on day one, not Franklin Delano Roosevelt revisited, a man in decline who wins an election only to leave a vice president saying, how did I get this job?
Yeah. Speaking of war, the former White House press secretary, Jen Psaki, she has agreed to sit down with the House GOP investigators probing the Biden administration and their withdrawal from Afghanistan, which was a complete and utter disaster, and really no accountability was held there. We honor our country today, and as we do, just shed some light on exactly just how important it is to get to the bottom of what happened in that withdrawal.
Well, we're going to have a couple of questions, obviously, for the family of the 13 that were lost in that chaotic withdrawal. They have a lot of questions and want accountability. But for the thousands who found themselves left behind, well, she was saying there was only 100 Americans and then later 200 Americans when she knew that wasn't true. And then, of course, for the 100,000 that were brought to the United States, tens of thousands, according to the commanding general on the ground, were put on airplanes with no identification, brought to America, and disappeared. Both of those, we have to ask her, what did she know and when did she know it? And not to repeat that famous line, but because in this case, that's exactly what we need. We need to know why they lied and the effect that it's had on America on an ongoing basis.
Yeah, transparency is a serious issue. The last 4 years, and this one in particular is extremely disturbing. Congressman Darrell Issa, thank you so much for talking to us, and happy 4th to you.
Happy 4th to you, too.